KFM, the supreme difference. KFM News.
It's 10 o'clock. Hello, good morning, and welcome to KFM Headline News at 10. Coming up, President John Dramani Mahama defends his rationale behind his regional tour. Elsewhere, older dads linked to rise in mental illness. The detail. Now, some adolescents living with HIV is becoming increasingly in the society. Many of them have been complaining about AIDS-related stigma and discrimination meted out to them. The children who are between the ages of 13 and 18 say they are sometimes shunned by the people on realization they have HIV. My colleague James Kwekukwatin has filed this news desk report.
It's an epidemic that has been posing a lot of challenges on the world. It has resulted to the demise of many people, and a lot of money are spent by countries to curb its spread in the society. One becomes gloomy, dejected, and miserable when he learns that he is living with it. Families and society sometimes abandon and shun people living with it. This sometimes compels these people to settle in isolated and secluded places where their conditions wouldn't be noticed. Others go to the extent of committing suicide to avoid discrimination and humiliation. Many people have suffered from this epidemic, and a lot more, including children, are still battling with it. Acquired immune deficiency syndrome, AIDS, a disease caused by human immunodeficiency virus, HIV, is a deadly disease that has been confronting the world over the years. HIV/AIDS is the only disease that, according to health experts, hasn't got a cure. Health practitioners all over the world have for the past years invented drugs that have the capacity to completely cure this disease, but their efforts have proved futile. The drugs these health practitioners have invented are ones that can only limit the activity of the HIV virus. A lot of people in the world are infected with this disease, which is contracted mostly through sexual intercourse. The story of Ghana is not different from other countries. HIV has become one of the deadly diseases the nation is battling with. But the most disheartening one is children who, by no fault of theirs, are living with HIV. There are a lot of innocent children who come to this world with this deadly disease. The question that one may ask is, will these children survive? How do these children cope with the society? According to the World Health Organization, WHO, an estimated 3.4 million children were living with HIV at the end of 2011, with 91% of them in sub-Saharan Africa. It notes that most of these children acquire HIV from their HIV-infected mothers during pregnancy, birth, and breastfeeding. An 18-year-old HIV patient tells me how she got to know of her status.
I always ask my mom, why is it that we always go to clinic? But she, as for her, she don't want to tell me exactly why I always go to clinic. So one day, they always go for meetings like the NGOs. That yes, I follow her to those kind of meetings. So one day they gave them some files. So when she comes, she hide it so that I wouldn't see it. So one day she wasn't there. She went to his work, and I entered the drawer that he kept that files in. So I decided to read through the files that she has been kept in there, and I found out that it's all about the HIV virus that we always go to meeting. So the other day when she came, I couldn't talk to her. I was crying, and she realized that I've known the kind of disease that she has been escaping from me.
It is worrying to find these children who are future leaders of this nation battling with HIV. Some children infected with the virus share their dream jobs.
I hope to be a medical doctor in future. In my dreams, I always pray to God that by 2 years, there will be drugs that will cure this kind of diseases. And that is my hope that I always pray to God.
Now for me in future, I decided to be bank manager. Only God can make me to that job. And if I continue taking off my medicine, I can be glowing, I can be well, like as if people are managing lawyers and those things. So if I continue taking off my medicine and always pray to God that God should give me a strength that I cannot live a life and be in future to do the work I want to do, I believe I can do. I hope to be a doctor in future. I promise I will make it in Jesus' name.
Although children living with HIV are placed on medication to enable them to lead a normal life, most of them usually complain of headache, cold and pain which affect their daily routine. Others are neglected by the society because of their condition.
When I was in school, they always called me sick. But how for me that time, I wasn't knowing the sickness I was defeated. So whenever teacher used skates on me, I just was collapse or fall down. So they always tell the teacher that I should not use skates on me because I'm a sick. So when I know the sick, I was affected by it, and I just told them they should not call me sick again. The sickness affected. How for me, I faced many problems. They always shout on me, saying, "We're sick." They always ask me, I'm not part of human being, but how for me, I didn't care about them. All what I was caring about, the medicine I would take.
Parents of these students sometimes become fed up with the situation when they don't get access to drugs meant to treat the disease. Abigail Ameyao is the disease control officer at Konfanochi Teaching Hospital.
The mother is having about 4 or 3 siblings there. So why should I even worry about you? If you would die. Some people, they tell them, who are you?
You heard a report by my colleague James Kweku Kwatin. To some sports news, midfielder Daniel Niajai,